Okay, we are looking at lesson 101 today. Percent markups. So marking markups, whenever you're marking something up, you have a selling price of a merchandise and you have a price paid for it. The difference between the two is the markup. If I buy something for $10 and then I go to sell it for $15, what is my markup? It goes up 50% or $5, right? Okay. The equation that we're going to use, selling price equals your purchase price plus your markup. This formula you want to learn. You're going to need to be able to use that formula for these problems. Okay. Okay. So selling price was 48. The markup was 20% of the purchase price. What was the purchase price? What was the markup? So we're going to start with our formula. Selling price equals purchase price plus markup. Do they tell us any of the three? Okay, so the selling price is 48. We don't know the purchase price. What do they tell us about the markup? Do you see how that works? Oh wait, not M. Not M. P. It's 20% of the purchase price. How can you write 20% as a decimal? So it's the same thing as 0.2. So what can we do now? Do you see how that works? 1 plus 0.2. So our purchase price is $40. Markup is what? 8. Because we purchased it for 40 and we sold it for what? 48. The difference? $8. Does that make sense? Those of you that don't know, the dollar sign goes before the numbers. It does not do this. That's incorrect. I see that all the time. Doesn't mean it's correct. Dollar sign and then the number. You learned that back in elementary school, but some people seem to have forgotten that. Any questions here? That's not how the symbol, that's not how the symbol goes. Looking at another one?
Yeah.
It's just like on a check. If you have a check, money goes here.
You've learned how to write a checkbook.
Yeah, but
I do. Yeah.
I had to do it literally like 6th grade.
I wrote checks all the time in high school because I never had cash on me.
Why don't you like a credit? I don't have a bank account.
I have
Yeah,
a-
but it was always places where they wouldn't take cards. They were like cash or check.
Well, I have an account with like for college, like college. I don't-
In high school, all right, purchase price of the item was $1,800. The markup was 40% of the selling price. What was the selling price? No, that's fine. Okay, so we start with our formula. The purchase price of the item was $1,800. Where does that go? The markup was 40% of the selling price. And what goes here? Do you agree with that part? Now what? 1 minus 0.4. And then what? So S equals 3,000. Does it ask for anything else? So are we done?
I said 1 times 1,800.
You were doing 40% of the purchase price. But it says markup was 40% of the selling price. Does that make sense? Do you see the difference between the two?
That's complex right there.
It tells you markup is 40% of your selling price.
If we do about the S,
Because that's what S stands for, selling price.
we do what we're trying to find. Like, I thought the last one was like,
Well, because it said find your markup. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, looking at another one. Sports car retailed for $10,368.
That's the selling price. Is purchase price what I bought, or is it what the store bought?
What the store bought.
Oh, they purchased.
Yeah. So retail is what you pay. Is that, which is the sale price. Retail is the sale price. Because I'm going to buy a car and then I'm going to sell it for a higher amount. And what I'm selling it for is what it retails for.
What sports car is 10,000?
Well, you know, this thing was written, you know, I had this book in high school. Yeah, and it wasn't a brand new book.
Wait. This is
Coach Jacobs has this too. These are like 12 years old.
like Saxon.
This edition.
Like that.
This, well, I mean, not
Like,
this
it was-
one, but yeah, at another high
We
school.
looked at the book last year. She like, we looked at the issue, when it was made, and she was like,
Publication date, yeah. I want to say 1997, 1996 for these.
That was
98.
go.
Copyright 97, but this was printed in 98. January.
It's still like 97 that they made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 1.0. That's the 8 because it's 8%.
But math doesn't change. I mean, algebra 2.
Yeah, it's made up and anything new in like the past.
Algebra 2? Not really. Alright, who's brave enough to go work this one out? Somebody besides Shamar. He's already been to the board. Go ahead, Destiny.
I was taking a challenge. You know what? I'm not gonna fall.
I'm going to class before I will ask
Huh? If I break it,
If you fall, I'll be happy.
and then while I'm on the ground and paying, I'm gonna say you're dirty on the left.
It was hurt.
Wood, dude. If the chair broke, and I'm leaning back like this, I'm not gonna know it's coming.
Like your legs would be on there and it won't hurt that bad.
No, I was flailing. It's like this is, and then like look at this. I was sitting like this. So if it breaks, I'm gonna hit with this first, and then
But you was like,
I can't see.
Yeah.
Sean, you can't do this. Will can.
Do you agree?
Yes.
No, 1.8. 1.8. It's 1.8%.
Oh wow.
No, I Lord chat.
I feel it.
8%, not 80%. So it changes to 1.08. So divide 10,368.
I would say make those kind of mistakes in stores and you get 80% off instead of 8%. That's a big difference.
Dude, if they sold something 8% off, I would buy every.
A lot of stores. Yeah, they're like market that line.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
We're not selling.
I agree with that.
Do I need to go over it?
No.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are these too difficult? What is the formula